Okay, that should be better. Thanks, Soda. No sound. Well, as I was saying, welcome to the channel. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, we're going to be doing a backtest, a live session, meaning that we will look back at the market, look back at the candles, and see which trades we could have taken and how they would have played out as if it was happening in real time, just on fast forward. So if you're interested in seeing how to use the smart money concept, where to enter, where to exit, then this stream is for you. As you can see, we have Soda here on the live stream, as always. And with me in sound, I also have Roman. Hey, Roman, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I've been working hard this weekend, or this past week, I should say. And we might be able to show something super, super cool pretty soon. You've already
wait for it.
You've already seen how it works, right? And for people that are interested in smart money concept or in quick scan trading, we've got something super, super awesome. Like, we've been talking a lot about automation and things like that, but we're getting close. We are getting close. But for today, that's not what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a live backtest. A live backtest. So what do you want me to do today, Roman?
Yeah, it's again daily time frame. So I want to see how it works on the higher time frames. And it would be SUI USDT.
SUI.
Yeah, and starting from the 1st of January 2025.
Backtest. Create a new backtest. SUI 1st of January 2025. Oh, you made it easy for me.
Yeah.
We'll have a starting balance of 10,000. That's fine. And trading, and we will set the leverage to 10. Why? Because we can. Does that mean that we're trading with more than we should? Nope, because we're applying risk management properly. So leverage is not a huge factor. It's just giving us extra money to play with, but still risking the same on each trade. All right, if you remember to set up the risk reward ratio, which I sometimes do forget, but yeah. Okay, so we're already here on December 2024. SUI is at $4. You know what? I have absolutely no idea what the current price of SUI is. Absolutely no idea.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't even check just now when it was in the chart. Just didn't register. So what you're going to be seeing is, me struggling to beat our targets. Let's remove any drawings that we have here, by the way. Remove drawings. I always have to get used to it. A smaller screen. Things like menus that pop open are not large enough for me to see it all. All right, so SUI, what are we going to do first? We're going to be going to the monthly, even though on SUI that's not that many candles. But interesting enough, I can see, well, a new all-time high here. And we will mark this one so that we have the range of the monthly. Now, I don't know, like, how far is it? 23%. So we might see it in this backtest as we're doing a larger time frame, daily 1 hour. So we might see this one, but this is the fair value gap as well. So that's interesting. Yeah. What can we see? We saw that this liquidity was just taken and then some. So very bullish on SUI at this point. However, when it does things like this, then there is usually an end to it. Going back to this point, definitely something that we could see, or at least, yeah, this area, fair value gap, maybe even this one. But that's that's something that we'll need to see once this one's taken out, so we can switch back. But for now, Yeah, I can mark all these, but it's not going to be anytime soon. So it's just going to clutter up the chart.
Yeah, so basically the only thing that you have is this monthly fair value gap, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Then the week will give us so much more. 4 candles per per thing per month extra, which gives us a similar fair value gap, I'd say. High time frame bullish. Can make that a weekly one. Okay. No fair value gaps here, so pretty balanced. You can see that then the price is starting to struggle to push through, right? As soon as new all-time high is broken, then it pushes it down quite quickly. So people are taking their profits here. My assumption would be that people that have bought here are actively selling their positions here, which makes sense. I mean, you would have made a very healthy profit of 500% if you bought there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it's a typical Tuesday, but
yeah, but also you can notice that there are some huge rejection candles here. So meaning a lot of people are buying at this point for now.
Yeah, obviously for people that are selling, there's also people buying, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's like pretty aggressive reaction right now. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, there are no fair value gaps after probably this was the small one. I don't know.
My assumption would be that people that have missed the boat and saw 500%, that they're like, I need to buy here because it's going to go to $10. And maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me in 2021. That's what I was doing.
Yeah. I just missed 500%, so I'm just going to ape in now. Yeah. That sounds like every retail trader out there. And I was one of them. So I hope I was one of those. I also aped in a couple of those things. Shouldn't have. But yeah, it's the reality. You learn. This was taken quite balanced. Yeah, so we could see quite a little bit of liquidity here on the weekly. Yeah, let me just make this a target. And I will move this one down. Actually, it is the monthly, so we do need to be aware of that. And apart from that, I think we're good to go to the daily.
Yeah, maybe we can also check the RSI. I don't know if there is anything, but it's pretty useful on the higher time frames. Yeah, so far it's okay.
Yeah, it's no divergence. That's what you're looking for, right? So currently price is going up, RSI is going up. So
yeah, on weekly it is. Yeah.
Yep. So we don't see any reason yet where it would be reversal incoming, apart from that these candles are wild, right? It's not like where the buyers are fully in control. There's also people massively selling their profits probably. Okay, now we get to the time frame where we want to be, and obviously I'm lazy, so I will add the smart money indicator on the chart, set it to 1 day as that's what we're trading. Yeah, that looks fine. Actually,
yeah, maybe just remove the swing points.
Yeah, I don't need the swing points. I'm an experienced swinger. I know where to look. Oh, such a bad joke. Such a bad. Right. So now we get fair value gap here. I mean, here no shift yet, so no daily shift. So technically,
I mean, this is kind of a shift here.
Oh yeah, yes, daily shift. You're right. What's the RSI doing? RSI is going down while trend is going up. So that gives us our divergence. With the shift that is correctly in here. So yeah. we could consider, well, actually we could just wait and see what happens first, because we got this nice fair value gap right here. We could attempt a early short. We don't have yet confirmation, because confirmation
for
will
now,
be down here.
Yeah, so I would say is that for now, we have this reaction on the fair value gap, and it's quite a strong reaction for now. And yeah, other than that, there is just, other than this shift, there is no clear sign of reversal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the RSI, but it's not saying that it is the immediate reversal. It's just showing you that the market is slowing down.
Yep, so, market is slowing down. So like I said, we could consider, and it depends on how the market behaves, of course, we could consider starting a first short on this fair value gap, but it could also be that we're going to go a little bit lower, create a new fair value gap, or just blast through this fair value gap and create another long one. We just have to see. But as we're here, we can just move the candle forward. So we got this fair value gap. We can check the entry. Why? Oh, is it already taken? Oh yeah, it was already taken out. Nice, lovely. Let's put this line in so we know exactly where it was. Yep. See, it was taken out fully. So on the hour, we got this fair value gap right here, which would be a fair value gap entry, but I don't want to do that. So then the shift would be, yeah, here. Yeah. Okay, so that invalidates that.
Yeah, if you go back, so I would say there are some points for longs for now. So as I said, we have this fair value gap that has been fulfilled, like tested with a huge reaction. And then we had this small internal liquidity being taken. And now we are just blasting through this. So basically it's another shift, and we are potentially going for this liquidity now.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a fair analysis. So this one was it. So here, I mean, but I wouldn't necessarily take any position here, because this is, yeah, would you consider this sweep?
Yeah, I mean, it is. So you have the rejection block here that appeared after testing fair value gap. And then within this rejection, you have this sweep of liquidity. I mean, I wouldn't trade this one most likely, but this is just saying me that there is an order flow to the upside right now.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. So we'll wait for a better, clearer entry.
Yeah.
Which most likely going to happen on this candle because it's such a huge one. So yeah. So we've taken out that liquidity. We could have made a nice trade if we had entered here, but that would have been a very risky trade. And now we can see, so expectation, let's draw it on the chart because that's always good. So maybe go a little bit further, then up, and then maybe there, or to the highest point here. That would be our target, I think. Problem is that we don't have an upwards target. We could use the Fibonacci extension maybe to see a nice target, but if we can keep it to the new all-time high, because this is an all-time high, if we can keep it, if we can spot a setup and set our take profit on that one, then we're pretty safe. Okay, so we get our first fair value gap entry. There it is. That makes the shift here. I would prefer it if we get into this fair value gap, just because we have more room to play, because this is not a trade that we can easily take. So we get lucky, but it's still not an easy trade to take. And now it becomes a better one. Even better. And And technically it's here. Is that correct? No, not this one. That one. So that would be the perfect setup, really. If we can. Okay, well, we're going further. Hey, we don't complain. We just react. Okay, there we go. This was the one that we were looking for. You can see a nice strong reaction of that. And now I should see if we can get this point, because that's ultimately what we wanted to get out. And the risk reward ratio is 2.3. So hopefully we can get, 293. I can figure it out a little bit better. We are on the higher time frame, so am I correct in putting the risk to 2?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
So here's this liquidity that we could target as well. Like it can be that inducement level as an entry point.
I mean, that would be exact on my point where I drew it. That'd be. Let's do that.
Yeah. So the only concern is that I don't know if you remember what we discussed on the daily time frame.
Well, we said that it took this liquidity and then we might see a bearish move. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, we also mentioned that the market is slowing down on the weekly time frame and on daily time frame. So yeah, it is it is really hard in these times to decide if you're going to continue taking longs or is it time to stop, or maybe it is time to reduce the risk. So yeah, that's something to consider.
Yeah, that is something to consider. But would we do this in this situation? Probably. But it's just, it'll be statistical error, right? So you've mentioned many times, yeah, like you keep trying until it stops working.
Yeah, true.
So if it is, then our first trade will be a loss. So be it. We get our fill. And we may not get the desired result. Nope. Yeah. Okay. At least now you kind of have like a confirmation and say it stops working. Right? It would have been a good trade, and I would have probably closed it out already, knowing my temper. Like, I probably would have set my stop loss to break even at this at this level.
Yeah.
But in the backtest, I'm happy to ride it out, and it's hard. Like, and especially when you see that, and you could have had, you probably could have had the 3% trade actually.
Yeah, from the bottom, yeah, from that part.
Yeah, that would have been the 3.
Yeah, and this was pretty good target here.
This was a good target, yeah, but that was not enough. But then we'd had to. Well, yeah, it would have been enough.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, something around that.
Yeah. Okay, so next time maybe we need to learn a little bit. Say, okay, maybe target something. Maybe target the liquidity level a little bit lower. Although on the daily it's not there, so it's not a daily target. That's the issue, right?
Yeah, that's just the internal liquidity.
Yeah. So we don't have a daily shift yet.
Yeah, we have this favorable gap fulfilled.
Yeah.
And this one as well.
Yeah.
So here we had a test and then rejection from the internal liquidity.
Yeah. So my estimation right now would be something like this, and then, well, either this one or this one.
Yep.
That seems nice. If we can get that, that seems nice. Although that's not a fair value gap, so then we can get this fair value gap maybe. I know on the daily it's always a little bit more fulfilled, so okay, that's good. Meaning that our shift, let's remove this line because we're going to get a new shift in, which will be this one. and see if we can get it on that. We can. Stop loss is there. We know exactly where that is. Let's look at the daily and set our target to this level. And then we play the 3% or 3 risk reward ratio. Yeah, I think 295. This is tight enough. Oh, we could move this one down a bit. 3. There you go. Just so that we manage our risk to the fullest. Okay. That's 2 for 2 in the red. Lovely.
It's minus 4%.
Yeah, it's not going well. I should quit. This is not so nice because we could technically enter again here, but then our stop loss is way higher, giving us very unfavorable entries. So let's switch back to the daily and see where we are. Ooh. Yeah, let's see if there was there any entry. So that was the highest point. This is the shift. This is, yeah, so the entry is there, but that's way too far. So you get like less than 1-to-1. And that's not good unless there was a target lower. Yeah, then this would be the target, really. Maybe we missed it. Maybe we missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to tell.
But even if we miss it, we can get other opportunities like this one. Although it is kind of tricky because we just took out this liquidity, and that's not really liquidity. I think this is the target still. Yeah, so we're going to adjust our target to that one.
Yeah, there's a nice back there was a nice pool of liquidity on this side.
Yeah, so that's my guess that we would get there. Are we going to go lower? That's the short. But that's yeah, well, we'll see. I was going to say it's going to be hard for us to get it, but yeah, my estimation is still that one. Ooh, that's woohoo. I mean, why not
here, right?
Why not target this? Shift was here. Yes, correct. Can we target this? We can target this. Actually, good. That's 3.5. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we could do that. That fits my conservative approach.
Yeah, I wonder if you missed the entry. But you could have placed it earlier.
Could I have? I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. This. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's within the rules. That's within the rules. Let's not miss it this time. That's this one. I just missed it by one, but I think we're good. You're cheating. You're going back. I know. It's not cheating. It's following the strategy. I would have set up an alert. I would have been notified. I would have been good. Can we enter immediately? No. Okay.
Like this frivolous gap is pretty good.
Yeah. But would we have set it there on that specific? Because this was not a fair value. This would have been a fair value gap to take.
I mean, yeah, this could be the point.
I mean, then because on the previous candle, that was the close. We would have set it to this one then.
Yeah, I usually use this one. So like, even though I don't have the last candle yet, I place it here.
Okay.
Because it's either a fair value gap there, or it will be like fulfilled on the next candle.
Okay, that's making up a bit for the losses that we already had. We see another fair value gap, so hopefully we can get a nice entry in there. Or it's already taken out all the targets.
What's the P&L there?
The P&L is 2.8.
Nice.
Yeah, so now it took out this one. Is that October? No, it's not. It's February.
No, not yet.
That's still coming. Geez, that's difficult. Because it took out all this liquidity. Are we still, I mean, technically I would say if it enters this one, we could still have a lot of stuff here. And it just entered that, and it just had our shift here. Okay, so short. That one. Targeting this one. Oh. And we could probably target something a little bit closer. Like if we do this, it's 2-4. With this 3. Wow. That's a very conservative trade. Not necessary probably, but I'm going to take it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, with this rejection candle that you had on daily time frame, it was testing the weekly fair value gap.
Yeah.
So probably this would be too aggressive. So yeah, this internal liquidity is much better.
Yeah. We don't want to be caught off guard like we did in the beginning in our first trade that was like that. We wanna get in this. Nice. So we're 2 for 2, 2 and 2. 13%. That's what we like to see. Now we're making money. Okay. Do we have a reason? So this was the monthly or the weekly fair value gap. So we have the entry in there. So we need to be wary now. We need to be careful. We could see a reversal. Reversal on the daily would be here. So at the moment, I'm still saying order flow to the downside. Unless we see something dramatically change, but...
Yeah, I mean, so far you had this reaction from the fair value gap here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's see what the price does.
There's another
because there is no clear signs yet, except this one.
Yeah, so we have that teeny tiny fair value gap right here. We could see, oh, there's another one. Yeah, so this would be the highest point of that. Now it's this one, so that puts our shift there. That makes our shift higher. Okay, interesting. The lowest candle is also the highest candle. So what is the shift? Would you take the shift as this one then?
Yeah. I mean, you took out liquidity from this one.
Yeah, but it's not the lowest point, is it? Yeah, it is the lowest point, technically. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's look at the daily now, because we might be seeing something. Daily shift would now be here. We are seeing a higher low, so we still need to see a higher high. And we're going to go down, apparently. There was nothing. There was no fair value gaps that I missed. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, this one, but that was already 3 candles in, so we couldn't take that. No. So I think we're just going to go down one more time. Oof. I do like this, though. Can we go back to here? So before seeing it, we have our fair value gap. We have a potential shift here. Probably not, because we would want to target this level. And that's not likely to happen here. Like that, because that's our new part. And even this is tricky, right? Because yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if moving it up, if there is any.
I mean, there's this fair value gap.
Yeah, small one.
Well, you know what? Let's just try it. Oh, did I set my risk correct? Nope. Place order. Thank you. Oh, just barely missed it.
Oh.
It wasn't. Yeah, no. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, we can't count this. This is what we decided to do. Missed trade. Was a good one though. What was it? Yeah, 3. Could we have taken it? Yeah, easily. No, I say that easily. But no. I mean, even if you put it like super tight. No, I'm not even that upset about it, because we would never have taken this. Yeah, that's just the way the market is, I suppose. And it can be frustrating, especially when you're trading on the daily 1 hour, because this one you've already been waiting for 20 days without a trade.
Yeah, but I mean, you can come up with the stuff to do.
20 days. You know how much stuff I can do in 20 days. Well, not watch a chart. That's true. So yeah, we missed that one. That's okay. So we got this. Now we get another fair value gap. Oh, oof. What I see here was a sweep of this liquidity, and then I see this shift. So this to me is tricky. This could be the reversal.
Yeah, you just need to see how it goes through the fair value gap, and then you have nice liquidity before the next fair value gap.
Yeah.
So this fair value gap is the only resistance that you have here. And yeah, it's.
I mean, was there a trade in there? No, there was not a trade in, because it would be here. Is that correct? Yeah, because all this.
Except the inverse fair value gap. No entry, I guess.
No entry. No dice. No problem. Okay. Well, we probably didn't miss anything there, but now this setup is invalidated. So we're back to square one. We're back to sweeping the liquidity. So we need to be waiting for this level before we can say we might consider a long. But this was like this. I would have been very careful with this. Let's see if we can get into the fair value gap. We can't, so there's no entry. That makes that a little bit easier. And we're going down. I mean, this liquidity here is nice. Can we get a nice order flow again? Can we? Slowly creeping up to the fair value gap right here. Oh, I didn't know we had a short key for that. Yeah, there we go. A lot of build up here as well. First short opportunities there. Okay, moves up a little bit, so that's good. Okay. Short. Using the short key. I mean, oof. What to do here? Find a 3, I suppose. That's a 3. But target this one and this one. I'd be happy with that. Some internal liquidity. Conservative trade. Take it. But maybe not conservative enough. Oh. Can we get a 2? Can we get a 2 for the price of 1? Well, not for the price of 1, but maybe no. Did we get? I don't want to anymore, Roman. I don't like losing. Okay, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe it's time to just go back and check the weekly time frame, maybe monthly time frame as well.
40% win rate, 1114 P&L. Where are we? On the weekly, we fulfilled the fair value gap. That's interesting. So that's definitely a sign that a reversal is imminent. We don't see divergence yet. No shifts on the weekly. On the daily shift would be here, so that's still quite large at the market structure.
What about the RSI?
On this one, yeah, no divergence
This
really.
is tricky, yeah.
I mean, this looks like it's moving toward the top of the market structure. Would there be any interests? I mean, could we risk it for the biscuit? I mean, we could potentially say that this would be so we're going to do the reversal catch and we can just lower the risk if we need to. That would be an awesome thing. It's risky. I'll give you that. But it's not like, yeah. Okay, so we know it's within the fair value gap, so that's fine. We're going to go up now. Go up. Oh, go. Oh, even better. Even better. That's not a close yet. That's worse. That's even worse. Can go back to this one. Oh, maybe we can get into this fair value gap. Maybe that will be. No. Okay, maybe. Oh, maybe it's going to target this liquidity now. And our shift is here. Okay, I'm gonna try it. It is very risky because we're trying to catch the reversal, and actually everything should be telling us to go the opposite way. But if we can get a cheeky trade in, just reduce the risk a little bit, like so, then why not? Because you get stopped out. That's why not.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah, but you just want, at some point, you just want to get back into the game. Like this one was the last profitable trade, and we're now like 2 months later. You haven't done anything. You're gonna be doing these things. You're gonna be saying, "Hey, I want to get something now. I need my dopamine. I need to get into this market." Like this, we didn't have an entry. No entry there. I mean, technically, entry could be here now if we want to. Do we want to? Oh, yeah, we kind of could check if it is there.
Just like you have two fair value gaps here. So it's inverse fair value gap and then this one. So yeah, it might be the strong rejection from this one.
But there's no entry. Entry would be here. Yeah, like so. Will we get our fill? Probably not. Yeah, this move has happened. It's a shame, right? But yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, I can't set it any tighter than this. The only thing I could do is just like,
yeah, it's like move the target down. But there is just one swing low that is like too far.
Yeah.
So
Cancel. It's a hard market or a hard period.
yeah.
I'm a little bit like this. Yeah. We should be. It's going down even further. This was supposed to be the bear or the bull market. Another fair value gap entry. These fair value gap entries are like very short and there. Yeah, we got entry. So go back to this one. There. Okay. Short. But even though it's difficult, we're still getting a profit. Ooh, I kind of like that. I really like that. Hey, did we just did we?
Yeah, that's how it goes. I had pretty much the same position like a few days ago. That it didn't hit my entry right away just by a few cents. And then, yeah, then this happened.
I mean, how do you deal with this? This is difficult. I mean, I get annoyed even in a backtest. But yeah, I mean, the signs of a reversal are still there, but it's still not the reversal. This is still like bearish order flow. It is. It's just that this market is just moving quite. Yeah, it doesn't. And also, like, not every backtest is going to be 100% successful because some markets just work better. We do get a question from Martin. Just joining at the end of the stream. Enjoy the content a lot. That's good to hear. And you have a question: which market is best for 4-hour, 15-minute smart money concept trading? Best is very difficult to answer because we haven't tested them all. But we've been very successful in backtests on a lot of different markets. Do you have a number, Roman? Oh, we can look at the backtest actually. Just see the ones that we finished. Yes, Solana was good. On Bitcoin we even had some success. AVAX, Say, Apt, Lave. So there's quite some successful things. Is it VeChain? Link?
Yeah.
So there is successful trades, but I've been looking at Near a lot. And I can't say that that's the most successful one, but yeah. It comes down to it's not also about like the success of the strategy itself, it's also about the execution, right? So as you can see right here, I'm struggling to find the right direction. I'm struggling to find the right entries. And that's just going to happen, right? So you could do a backtest three times in the same market and you might have 3 different outcomes.
Yeah, exactly. Like you need to backtest them by yourself.
Like
I mean, I can share the table with the results that we have in Discord, but yeah, you'll not find the answer until you backtest it yourself and find what works for you.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's just going to be different every single time. And yeah, figuring out the directions. If 4 or 5 people do different backtests, you get different results. Like the way that you determine a possible entry, right? So the entry conditions, so where you enter, where you set your stop loss, and where you set your take profit, they are fairly fixed, right? So you find point of interest, you find shift, you set the stop loss to the swing high or swing low that was in your point of interest, and you said your stop loss was there. Your entry is anywhere that gives you a 3 risk reward ratio, but with a little bit of checking on the candles, like fair value gaps and things like that, and otherwise just a shift. If you want to keep it easy, just a shift, and then you set your take profit to somewhere in a point of interest that gives you at least a 3 risk reward ratio. And you can play with those numbers a little bit, but they're fairly fixed. But whether or not you should take the trade, that depends on your analysis, and that depends on your ability to understand the structure and understand where the price is more likely to move. And it's more likely, right? You can't predict. We can't say this is now exactly that the price is going to be moving there. No, you can't do that. Right? But you can say it's more likely that it's going to go there. Like we could see that the market here was cooling off, and that it's more than likely that at one of these points the price is going to reverse. This was not sustainable, right? And then we look at, okay, so where can this price then move? And we look at the high time frame, and we see this large weekly fair value gap, and we say there's a high probability that when this reversal sets in, that it's going to go back to these levels and this fair value gap, but also this liquidity, right? That's the understanding, and that's why we were still shorting. We're still shorting all the way down. We're missing the shorts. We're messing them up a little bit. But yeah, we're taking the entries on the correct base. It's just that, like this one, if we could have taken it here, we didn't. Yeah, okay, we had an entry, so we could have taken it, but it's not anywhere near the point of interest, right? It already blasted through the point of interest, and it only showed that shift when the fair value gap was already gone. So in that case, this strategy, or the strategy, does not work well on this time frame, on this market, and that's what we're trying to find out. That's what we're backtesting.
Yeah, so I just posted the results on Discord. So I don't know if you can show it, but yeah, you can tell it.
Yeah, so if you sign up to the Discord, if you just click in Altrady, like right here, and you go to Discord community, and then you can find us in the Smart Money Concept channels. And then Roman has shared some information there. By the way, people might forget, but Roman is also available for you to ask questions and have your charts analyzed. So if you've done a typical setup, you can ask and say, hey, why would you have not taken this, or why would you have taken this, or what do you think? Was this a good one or a bad one? That's also possible in our Discord. Yeah, so let's see what happens here, because right now we don't have any entries. And again, this would be like very difficult to do because the shift is here. So there is no entry here based on this candle, even though this was the one that was in the fair value gap, and technically we could have taken it. And now we're going to go up. But are we going to go taking out this fair value gap first or this liquidity first? Nope. We just missed a fair value gap. That was on this one. Shift would be here. Because we still have some room on the weekly for sure. Okay. And now we get even higher shift, but we might already be outside of the fair value gap with these candles. But I'm willing to give it a go. I'm willing to give it a go. Short this level. So again, these are fixed. This number is fixed. This is semi-fixed. So we could set it to a specific target for now. And this should give us insane results already. If we can do this. 3, yeah. Let's see if we can get a fill. That's also questionable. Let's see. All this effort for not much. This was a full fill of the fair value gap. So again, this candle, technically we cannot use it. Technically we shouldn't have used it, but you don't know that. There's another one, another fair value gap that was there. But
yeah, so what I want to say is that if we go back on this on daily time frame,
this meaning that the shift is in right now on the daily.
Yeah, it is the shift, but yeah, it just happened.
Yeah, but we also
we had this inverse fair value gap. Here. Yeah, exactly. So we had this liquidity in the weekly fair value gap, then we took it out a couple of times, and then we took it out again. So it's very likely that we'll reverse, or like at least stay in some kind of a range, because yeah, it is slowing down.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wanted to talk about this one. So yeah, this fair value gap is not a good entry at all, because this one appeared just out of nothing. Like if this swing was a reaction to the fair value gap, if it went like this and it created fair value gap, then yeah, then you could enter for a short like this. But this swing just did nothing. So yeah, it is just weird. I don't know, weird fair value gap that doesn't make any sense.
Weird imbalance that has no meaning then in this case. As we saw, it just blasted through it. So
yeah, so what you want to look for is like fair value gaps that are created as a reaction to something. So for example, this fair value gap was created as a reaction to this rejection block, we can say. So price hit the rejection block and then it went down, it created fair value gap, and from this fair value gap, it had another reaction. But this one, so this swing had no reaction.
Yeah, because this is, the fair value gap was here. So there was kind of a rejection here as well.
Yeah, I mean, we can say that this is rejection, maybe. But yeah,
it's tiny, but yeah.
Maybe.
But again, I mean, even if you take it, it's fine because it's just a statistic, right? And SUI details, we're still 5% in the plus, even though we've messed up massively at the end. So maybe we can close on a nice long. I would like to see that if we can.
Yeah, so this is what I noticed on SUI, that if it goes up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
it's-
one usually doesn't test that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. Just goes up.
Shift is on this level. So now we have to wait for that. So we can get this candle. Yeah. Okay. It's moving. It's taking out our stop loss. Bro, man, come on. But we're still in the fair value gap. This is where we don't give up. We never give up. But come on, like, what is this? Like, what are these moves? This, people, is trading. Frustration for the moves that you expected it to do, but it does it after your stop loss. Frustrating, but unfortunately reality. And we've also missed a couple of trades, right, that were good, just because the price moves so violently that we couldn't get to the correct profit levels. But nice, 11%, back to 11%. Can we do one more? It depends on the market giving us some decent fair value gaps. Yeah, there we go. So let's see if we can quickly do one more. This is why our streams always end up in profit, right? We don't quit until we're in profits.
Yeah.
But that's also true in reality, right? Okay, so that's technically an entry, but it's still the same day. Yeah, it's the same day. So this could be that quick one, or it can be just a painstakingly low one. And actually, oh no, that's not the shift. Shift is still here.
Yeah, can you switch to daily?
I can.
Yeah, and yeah, so what I want, if you zoom out, yeah, we just reached this. Oh, wait, this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we had the rejection. So it might be risky to take any longs here.
Well, it's the end of the stream.
Okay.
We've got 11% profit. Let's not risk it anymore.
Yeah, you can lose like 5 more positions and still end up in profit.
Exactly. That's the message, right? We can still lose 5 times and still end up in profit. But then we've been, May.
Yeah, like 5 months for nothing.
For nothing. But these are painful, man. These are painful. We missed 2, I think. If I remember correctly, we missed kind of like 2. And they were just slight price imbalances. So it's like, if it just ticked a little bit better, then we would have got it. And that would dramatically change the result, because then you would get like 8 or 10% extra. And then all of a sudden it's not that bad. Well, and it's still not bad, right? 5% or 11% in 7 or 5 months on this single market. Like, it's hardly any effort. How many trades did we do? 10 in 5 months. That's 2 per month. That's absolutely nothing. This would take you less than 5 minutes a day to manage. Unless just one market, right? We could have done more markets. We could have done more markets. All right. So yeah. I think that's it for today. Tomorrow we will have another market overview. So Martin and Soda, I hope you can make it tomorrow as well. Otherwise, you can watch it on replay. Join the Discord, ask questions there as well. We'll be there throughout the week, answering your questions there as well. And on Thursday, we will do another live session, live trading with the quick scanner. Last week we closed it in profit, so that's good. Let's see if we can do that this week as well. Yeah, and otherwise we'll see you next week for another backtest session. Thank you, Roman, for joining me and guiding me.
Yeah, thank you too.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.